Before history was written, before kingdoms rose, before humanity understood true fear, there were the Nephilim. The Bible mentions them, but only briefly, almost too briefly. A single, chilling sentence in Genesis hides an entire erased age. There were giants in the earth in those days. What does that really mean? Who were they? And why is their story shrouded in so much mystery? The truth is far more terrifying than a simple myth. The Nephilim were not human, and they were certainly not gods. They were born from a forbidden union, an act that defied the very laws of creation. According to ancient texts, beings described as angels, the Watchers, descended from the heavens. They saw the daughters of men, lusted after them, and took them as wives. This wasn't a romance, it was a transgression of cosmic scale. This story isn't just a footnote in Genesis. It is laid out in explicit detail in the Book of Enoch, a text once considered sacred scripture by early Christians and Jews, then systematically removed, hidden, and suppressed. Enoch tells us the Watchers didn't just break their vows. They brought with them forbidden knowledge. They taught humanity the art of war, the forging of swords and shields. They revealed the secrets of sorcery, incantations, and blood rituals. They taught astronomy not for navigation, but for divination, and chemistry not for medicine, but for creating cosmetics to incite lust. They corrupted humanity's very soul. And from this unholy union, the Nephilim were born. Giants in stature, predators in spirit. Ancient texts describe them as towering beings, their height beyond belief. With an insatiable hunger, they consumed everything the earth produced: the animals of the field, the birds of the air, the fish in the sea. When the natural world was exhausted, they turned on humanity itself, devouring people. They were not rulers or kings. They were parasites, draining the life from the world. The earth, according to the Book of Enoch, could not bear their weight any longer. It cried out in agony. The blood of the innocent soaked the ground, and a plea for relief reached the heavens. This is the true, hidden reason for the Great Flood. It wasn't primarily to punish humanity for its own sins. It was an act of cosmic cleansing, a desperate attempt to erase the Nephilim and their hybrid corruption from the face of the planet, a reset button for a world spiraling into chaos. But here is where the story takes an even darker turn. The flood did not end them completely. It wasn't a perfect solution. After the waters receded, after Noah and his family stepped onto dry land, they appeared again. The giants were back. The Bible itself testifies to this. We find them in the land of Canaan, terrifying the Israelite spies. We find them in Bashan, ruled by the giant king Og, whose bed was a monstrous 9 cubits long. We find them in the form of the Rephaim, the Anakim, the Zuzim. Different names, different tribes, but all sharing the same tainted bloodline. And who was the most famous giant of all? Goliath. He wasn't just a big man. The scriptures describe him as a remnant of this ancient race. When David faced him, he wasn't just fighting an enemy champion. He was confronting a shadow from a pre-flood world, a living echo of a cosmic rebellion. The physical evidence, some argue, is all around us, hidden in plain sight. Ancient megalithic structures that defy modern explanation. Tombs in the Middle East, far too large for ordinary men, describing giant kings buried deep beneath chambers of stone. Legends from every culture on earth speak of sealed valleys, forbidden mountains, and sacred caves that no one was allowed to enter. Why? Because something was still inside. Something was waiting. But what happened to them? Where did they all go? One of the most chilling traditions claims that while their physical bodies could be destroyed, their spirits could not. The flood destroyed their flesh, but their consciousness, their malevolent essence, remained, trapped, disembodied, restless, and eternally hungry. These spirits, this tradition suggests, became what later cultures would come to call demons. Think about it. This is why so many ancient exorcism texts describe entities that are desperate for a physical form, entities that speak of a time when they walked the earth as flesh and blood. They remember the world before humanity ruled it. They remember being kings of creation, and they resent us for taking their place. Their war didn't end, it just changed dimensions. So why was this narrative so aggressively suppressed? Why was the Book of Enoch cast out? Modern theories suggest the Nephilim story was buried because it completely shatters the neat, linear story of human evolution and history we've been taught. It suggests that humanity was not alone. We were altered. We were watched. We were interfered with by beings from another realm. It implies that the gods of ancient cultures, the Titans of Greece, the Fomorians of Ireland, the Asuras of India, were not just symbolic myths. They were memories, distorted, faded memories of these powerful, terrifying beings and their angelic fathers. The Nephilim represent the greatest taboo in ancient theology, that heaven violated its own laws, and the consequences nearly destroyed the entire world. The creators became the corruptors, and some believe they are not gone forever. The story doesn't end in the past. There's a prophecy, a warning that echoes through time. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be again. Many interpret this not as a simple repeat of a flood, but as a return of the conditions that caused it, a return of forbidden knowledge, a blurring of boundaries, a reawakening of ancient forces. This return might not be in physical, giant form. It could be through bloodlines, passed down silently through generations. It could be through the rediscovery of forbidden knowledge, technology that gives humans godlike power without the wisdom to control it. It could be a spiritual awakening, but not of the divine, of something else, something older. The story of the Nephilim is more than just an ancient legend. It is a timeless warning about the dangers of breaking natural and divine laws. It's a testament to what happens when boundaries are crossed and never fully repaired. It forces us to ask, are we sure we know our own history? Are we sure we are alone? The giants may have fallen, but their shadow still looms over us all. Thanks for watching. If you found this dive into forbidden history as fascinating as I did, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the unknown. See you next time.